Hey guys, Nick Espinosa, your chief security fanatic here, and sorry I missed yesterday's video. It was just an absolutely bonkers day, but I am back, and here we are. And we are actually going to be talking about the dead. Now, as you know, it is completely inevitable that we die, although I think several billionaires in Silicon Valley are probably trying to reverse that. Jeff Bezos, I'm looking at you here. But here's the thing. Most of us, we're going to die. Probably all of us, even Jeff Bezos. But the Oxford Internet Institute actually just came out with a very interesting study I think you guys will dig, and here's what's going on. They are saying that within 50 years, the dead are going to basically outnumber the living on Facebook. Now, hear me out, Facebook issues aside, based on 2018 user levels, researchers agree that at least 1.4 billion members will essentially die before the year 2100, probably myself included. So, if the network, meaning Facebook, continues to expand at current rates, the number of deceased users could reach as high as 4.9 billion before the end of this century. Now, this is where it gets interesting, I think. The lead author of this study, Carl Oman, and Carl, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right. It looks like you have an umlaut or something. Has some questions about this, and I think this is where it really gets interesting. And I'm going to quote Carl here. On a societal level, we have just begun asking these questions, and we have a long way to go. The management of our digital remains will eventually affect everyone who uses social media, since all of us will one day pass away and leave our data behind. Now, I think this is actually very interesting, and as I'm thinking through this, the question that I have is, well, I have a few. First off, if we are going to have almost 5 billion people dead by 2100 that have accounts on, let's say, Facebook or whatever replaces Facebook, hopefully something more private, what is the issue with storage? Storage continues to expand and become cheaper, but as everybody moves to the cloud, here we are. You know, I mean, this is something that we're going to have to literally contend with, especially if we're looking at, let's say, a person that is 18 or younger right now on Facebook. By 2100, they're probably going to be dead or near it, and if they are, they have literally accumulated a lifetime of photos, videos, comments, memes, you know, whatever they do online. What do we do with that in terms of storage? For what distance do we keep? Now, or rather length of time do we keep? Now, that opens up another question, which is inheritance. Technically, if you are creating videos, pictures, let's say the occasional meme, is that intellectual property? Is that going to be willed or bequeathed to somebody else in the same way that we have a will right now to say, you know what, if I have $10,000 in the bank, this person gets it. So what happens with that? The next one that I was really thinking of is privacy of the dead's information. Now, think about this for a second. We have somebody that is dead. I don't think they're necessarily going to be caring if Mark Zuckerberg or Mark Zuckerberg's kid, who probably takes over Facebook, is data mining us. But what about the relatives? What about that inheritor? What does that look like? And when we are moving to storage to keep these things for extended period of time, many of us are moving to free cloud options, which means we're basically opting in, whether we realize it or not, to data mining, analytics, a whole bunch of other stuff. So are we going to continuously data mine the dead in this sense as well? And what can we gain from that? And then this opens up, I think, a whole other can of worms that we hadn't even considered, and that is DNA of the dead. What if one of my relatives takes a DNA test and then basically dies? That DNA test, that property is technically his, right? So let's say I inherit from my relative and I inherit everything. Does that include me inheriting their digital DNA footprint, whether they're at 23andMe, whatever that is, and then can I do with that what I will, whether it's remove it, delete it, share it, whatever that is. And so I think those are interesting questions that we as a society are going to have to grapple. In all of human history, we've never had to deal with the centralization and sharing of information and communication systems in the way we are right now. And by virtue of this, I think we're going to be seeing laws rewritten, whether it's inheritances, whether it's data privacy for the deceased, because again, we're all going to continue to die except for Jeff Bezos. How is this going to work? And so I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on how we can fix this problem, talk about this problem, solve this problem. I'm not sure. And that is your news of the day. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, guys.